scoreboard says there are no outs right now.
Apologize for that.
As we mentioned, we're all multitasking.
We've got it, though. Everyone knows what's happening.
You know who else knows what's happening? North Broward on the board early.
And that was a nice smack from Ty Marsh right down the first baseline. Edwards was going on the pitch, so he got a huge jump and was able to score all the way from first.
Between that play and the earlier pickoff attempt, Jake Nord, the first baseman, we're going to have to keep our eye on, see if his defensive skills are going to make an impact in this game.
Well, that ball was absolutely scorched, so I gave Marsh a hit on it. He absolutely scalded that one, especially since Marsh was still getting over after realizing that Edwards was already going to go and there was going to be no pickoff move. So Marsh absolutely crushed one down the first base line. So I don't think that Nord had any chance at it over at first base.
Now the batter, as I mentioned on PA, is Dylan Ogozali. He's the third batter for North Broward. Ball's in the dirt. Tells Marsh not to go. Wisely.
And Marsh has some speed, but that ball was blocked very well by the catcher, Davis, and he would have had an easy play over at Marsh at third.
Second base. Sorry, the shortstop just wanted to have a brief word with Costello, the pitcher.
That's Max Stein, one of the seniors for Pompano Beach, the senior, making sure that the junior is okay on the mound after the rough start.
There's plenty of ball game left for Costello. Ball just low. Got some decent speed on that.
Costello's really back and firing now. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the control that Kennard did in the top half of the inning. And it's hurt him so far. When he's finally able to groove him, North Broward's right there with the bat.
You see it all the time at this level. Pitchers so focused on speed, they forget about control. As he takes another one outside, and he's going to take his base. Catcher went out to talk with Costello, and now Zach Goberville, the cleanup hitter, is coming up for North Broward. You've got a runner on first, a runner on second, and if you are Costello, this is not where you want to be this early in the game.
Especially with the heat of the lineup coming up now for North Broward prep. Zach Goberville, the new transfer coming in, Tulane's looking at him, as well as a couple other Division I schools. So this is trouble time for Costello.
Looks at the runner and delivers. Outside. How many balls in a row has that been for Costello?
Too many.
Thank you. Best color guy in the business, ladies and gentlemen, Ben Curtis. I call you the best in the business?
I do.
Let's go back to that basketball broadcast we did.
That was too much.
Apparently not enough if we're going to be bringing it back up now. Costello brings it back up and fires up and high for a second ball.
We're basically playing this one by radio. There's not really a defined on-deck circle, and because it's a new field, we have to put the fence up and really just guess where the North Broward hitters are going to be. Unfortunately, Logan Clyde isn't really participating with us at the moment. But that's fine. We'll bring it to you anyway.
Maybe in between innings, I'll have a quick word with Coach Campbell and just advise people to try and stay away from the camera.
But we're bringing this game to you anyway.
Of course, we persevere. And Costello finally gets himself a strike.
On the inside part of the play, too, Goberville was not expecting that. He was looking for Costello to groove one right out over the middle of the plate, something he could drive. He didn't get it.
So let's see if Costello can calm himself down. The 2-1. Swing and a miss.
And Costello went off speed there, 2-1. That's gutsy, especially since he didn't find the strike zone with his fastball. But maybe he's going to have to use the changeup, and that one looked like it might have had a bit of break on it in order to find the strike zone and get people out.
Past two pitches against Goberville, I think, have shown Costello, you got to be thinking, what is Goberville not going to be expecting in this scenario?
Well, I think he has to expect off speed at this point, but you always want to set yourself up for the fastball, then adjust from there.
2-2 count, and here's a pitch. Outside, full count now. Costello is one ball away from bases loaded.
And nobody out, Sam, here in the bottom of the first inning. And you have to wonder what kind of leash Costello is on here in this district game. Obviously, these are of the paramount importance.
Costello sets up. And he pops it up towards left field, shallow left field. And he's going to make the catch. And that'll bring up Logan Clyett.
Now batting, number 31, Logan Clyett.
That was good fundamentals, Sam, from the left fielder calling off the shortstop. It's always the play of the person who's incoming. It's always easier to make a catch going in than backing up. So that was a nice play from Carey to call off Stein to make the catch, 1 out.
Not going to do much for North Broward, though, as it wasn't deep enough to be considered a sac fly. Costello, now that he has his first out of the game so far, fakes the windup to try to get the second base runner back, who I believe is Ty Marsh.
It is Ty Marsh, Sam, but Costello really just has to focus on the batters now. He's spent a little bit too much time working the base paths instead of trying to recruit strikes.
There's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Costello demonstrating some of that speed we were talking about.
Costello's got some real potential here as a pitcher, especially if he can get out of this inning. Then Pompano Beach can go up and hit again. As we mentioned, they are very able to hit. They won 6-0 the other day against Highlands Christian. But Costello really just has to settle down here and throw strikes.
Let's see if he will. He does, and he gets Clyde to take a hack. 0-2 now. Looks like Costello's finally finding his rhythm.
And now he's way ahead in the count on Clyde, and Clyde really has to be careful here about potentially a garbage pitch that he could be throwing, that he could be swinging at anyway, because drop third strike rule does not count here because first base is occupied.
Costello looks at the runner. The delivery. And he's going to pop that up foul. No one's going to be getting to that. Spectator's going to move out of the way. Looks like it landed in the batting cage.
There is more foul room here in this new stadium than the old one. We were discussing it at the first game, though. Would you agree?
Maybe before the
in terms of the infield, though, I think there is more.
I think it's about the same, maybe a little more. We don't have the dimensions. We probably should. We know that it's 325 down the lines and 380 to center. A massive 380 to center. This is a high school field. You don't see that very often.
North Broward able to get a couple home runs, albeit inside the park anyway, though, last game.
And Clyett strikes out. He's not too happy about that. It's going to bring up Chase McBean.
No batting, number 2, Chase McBean.
North Broward's large field dimensions, in my opinion, kind of an overreaction from the old field, which was affectionately known as Home Run Alley.
Well, that place was absolutely tiny. I was playing in an elevator shaft.
I enjoyed it.
Well, it certainly made it more entertaining, although it did
absolutely get more home runs.
Which is nice for the average fan, but especially for the kind of fundamental game that North Broward likes to play. Good pitching and a good small ball didn't play to their advantage.
Here's a pitch. Brushes him back. That's true. North Broward has never traditionally been a power-based team.
There's nothing wrong with that, per se, and Coach Brian Campbell has done a good job nurturing the talent that he has had to form some winning ball clubs. It's just not necessarily via the home run.
No, personally, I prefer, if I'm the manager of a team, I'd want them to be playing small ball anyway. That's the kind of stuff that wins games.
Absolutely, Sam.
Costello fires another one high, and the catcher's going to go out to talk to him.
I would amend what you said to that, Sam. I think home runs win games, small ball wins championships. Same thing you talk about offense and defense and sports like football. Home run may win a game, a tight situation, but also think of how that home run was led up to. Was it a stolen base somewhere? Was it a good bunt being laid down to keep the game close? A small ball is the kind of thing that gets overlooked by way too many people, but just doing the right thing, the little fundamental right thing, maybe someone gets a good jump on the base pass, and it can make all the difference, really.
Very true, as I noticed following my personal favorite team, the New York Mets. Not a team known for playing small ball last year, as McBean takes a mighty hack. In fact, I believe they had the largest percentage of runs by home run in the majors last year.
Now compare that to my favorite team, the Miami Marlins. Second highest batting average in the National League, but second fewest home runs. So the Mets and the Marlins really had inverse ways of how they were scoring runs last year, although the Marlins didn't score too many of them.
And the Mets did make it to the wild card game, although they lost against the Giants in the one and only game. And Costello loses that call from the umpire. It's going to be a full count. He thought that was in.
We are in pretty much exactly the worst possible angle to tell a ball on the outside part of the plate, whether it's a strike or not. Umpire had a much better view, and he said it was just out. Keep that in mind, though, that part of the strike zone's not open.
McBean looks at the called third strike, and that's going to be the end of the first inning. It's 1-0 North Broward in the lead on Brainwash Sports, Twitch TV.
Chase Costello.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the second inning. North Broward went ahead 1-0 on a RBI double by Ty Marsh. Of course, it wouldn't have been possible without the speed of Xavier Edwards. Blistering speed. And now the pitcher, Chase Costello, is going to step up in the cleanup spot. He's pitching the way he is and also batting cleanup. He did hit a home run last game he was in. You got to wonder if scouts are looking at this kid.
Costello is a senior, so it's really starting to bear down on him. It is now or never, so to speak, for Costello in terms of college commits. There's only one current college commit on Pompano Beach, and that's Trevor Niskern, who's currently playing second base. He's committed to Pepperdine, a smaller school, but that's certainly a baseball factory out there in California.
Kennard.
He rips the off-speed as he kind of looks like it will be. But Dusty Snyder makes the fantastic catch. Can't really see it this angle, but he had to go to his knees.
That was a really good catch from Dusty Snyder with the ball tailing the other way.
Number 1, Max Stein.
And that's always something you see from right-handed hitters when they hit the ball down the right field line. It tails towards foul territory, so Snyder knew that. He got over in time, and he made the nice catch. Very athletic.
Very athletic. Here's the pitch. Speaking of athleticism, right at the knees, perfect strike if you're Raul Kennard.
That's a pitcher's pitch right there, Sam, and that just speaks once again to Kennard's control so far tonight. He really has it going.
Certainly a pitcher's pitch, although I don't know about you. When I played, I used to